Hi, my name is Sonny Greenwich Jr. and today I'm mostly going to be talking to you about two things. The sale at SSL on their plugins. Not all the plugins are on sale, but some of them are, and it's good value. And also I want to talk to you about the plugins that I'm using right now across the board in my mixes. Woohoo! Over to solidstatelogic.com, you can see when you come up on the page, the first thing you'll see is that their summer sale is on right now. So just click on the summer sale. It'll take you to the bundles and the plugins that are for sale. The one that I think is a good buy, if you haven't got any of the other ones, is the Fusion Violet EQ. I use this sort of mastering sheen at the end of my chain in the EQ sections. If you're looking to get into the SSL plugins, this is a cheap way to get in. After talking about the SSL plugins, I wanted to show you all the plugins that I'm using at the moment. So I've got the SSL UF8 and the UC1 right in front of me. So in order to use them properly, you have to have one instance of the SSL native on every single channel that you're using. Because I have the native channel strip on every channel, I basically am using this as an SSL desk. What I normally do for EQ and so on is EQ things that are a problem. If they're not a problem, I leave them as they are. Now I will put a high pass filter on everything just so that I don't get any accidental buildup of low end. My initial dynamics on the individual sounds comes from the channel strip, as well as the noise gate, if need be, the input and outputs to raise the level of something if I need it, or take the level down. So I rarely put any other plugins on the actual tracks. But as you can see here, I have a quick hassle. Things like tremolo I'll put on the Oxford inflator. I use this if I'm having a problem with the volume of an instrument. So for instance, if I have a string pad that's way too quiet, I'll use the inflator to bring it up to a level where I can use it properly. Apparently, 70% of you are not subscribed to the channel. Go on down below and subscribe. Hit the bell button, smash the stuff, you know what to do. I send all my drums to a drum bus. I use the Pro Q3. If I can see any issues like this could be a problem, I can just quickly drop it out. There is a new program called the Kirchhoff EQ, which is meant to be even better than the Pro Q3, but I haven't got it yet, and also it's expensive. All of these plugins always come on sale at least twice a year. I always wait until I can find something that is actually on sale rather than paying the full price, because some of them are pretty expensive. I have a Gullfoss in there, a Fresh Air. Fresh Air is a free program which adds top end, which is beautiful. I have an Excite, which is a great program for drums as well. You have to go very, very gently. So 1, 2, or 3 at the very maximum with this, and it gives you a great tonal quality. Also, the Black Box. This is one of those programs that adds sort of saturation to your sound. The L2, it's just a great limiter. And then let me go to my master bus over here. Quite a few plugins on this. I leave all these plugins on my mix bus, but in fact, most of the time I don't use them. The one new one that I've got, which is on sale this week from SSL, is the Fusion. So it's kind of like a mastering thing. What I normally do is I put the high pass filter at 30. I put the fat button in. I put the 50 hertz on the bottom end, the low end, and I take it up about 2.5 to 3 dB. On the high end, I put it to 12 and also up by about 3 dB. So it's just a very subtle thing, but it adds just enough of a shelf on the high end and the low end, subtly and musically push your bottom and top. Great little plugin on sale this week. Townhouse, the Mag, the BX Digital, the BX Stereo, the Tube EQ, which is actually the vintage EQ from Logic that comes with it, is fantastic. I use it all the time, usually with the Master Shine and perhaps using a little bit of extra high end. A couple of DSers there. I have the Shadow Hills from Plugin Alliance, but in truth, I rarely use it. It looks fantastic, and I thought to myself, I need this thing. And when I finally got it, I found I didn't use it that much. Vitamin, and this is a really handy plugin to subtly enhance the EQ in your mix. So I had the treble up a little bit, the high mids up a tiny bit, and the bottom end up a little bit again there. Use it just according to what the song needs. In the black box, and then I have the SSL native compressor on the end. Normally, I think people would put it before the EQs, but I like to just touch it on the very end, barely touching it there. Then I have a limiter, which is just the regular limiter with Logic, and I use this to make sure that I don't go over by having my output level at -1 dB. In my actual out, I have the SSL Fusion again, the Gullfoss, the Pro Q, and this one, which is the BX Master Desk True Peak. I use this as my sort of mastering program. So the very last thing that the music goes through is this, also from Plugin Alliance. If you already had the program, then it was €20 in order to upgrade to the new True Peak one. A step up again from the original Master Desk, and a great program. I've got the Magic AB, I've got a loudness, a level meter, and a span just to see what is coming through, like that. And also I have the decibel for my final monitoring, and if I'm having any issues, it's the very last plugin in my chain. I hope, guys, that gives you an idea of what I'm doing, also to give you some ideas of what you can do as well. I'm trying my best to use as little plugins as possible in order to get a better sound in the end. I was thinking about doing EQ, compression, and then another drum bus only for the volume, just to be able to hit the volume on the drums up and down if I need to. I haven't actually decided to go yet, but I'm thinking about it. Anyway, I hope, guys, that helps you out, gives you an idea of what plugins that you can get. Every time something comes up on sale, I try it out normally, and if I like it, I will keep it in. So that's it. Thanks very much, guys, and we'll see you again next week. Woo!